I am.
Serious or a wizard?
Life finds life.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. To infinity and beyond.
You're long and possible. Until it's coming.
I am the one who knocks.
There is no place like home.
You're gonna get into your rush.
Сыграем.
Welcome back to Take 16, everyone. I'm Spencer Beehler.
I'm Benjamin Slack, and can I just say, I love that intro.
Thank you, Ben. That's a very nice thing for you to say to me.
Well, it's just a lot of my favorite movies in there. I mean, you got Harry Potter, James Bond, Marvel, Star Wars. What else you have in there? Wizard of Oz. I love that you dipped into a classic.
Yeah, that only took you a while. It took me operating this to actually play it in real time in recording, as opposed to you just wanting to edit it in post.
Don't go talk about how lazy I am.
Anyway, we have a lot of topics to get to today.
We do.
Yeah, so the first thing we're going to talk about is, Ben, do you actually want to start this off? Because I think you know more about this actor's history than I do.
Yeah, just a tad bit. We got Alan Richardson addressing the Batman rumors that he might be playing the DC Universe Batman. The DC Universe, of course, is the same continuity that follows Creature Commandos, Superman, Supergirl, and the upcoming Lantern series. Oh, and Peacemaker Season 2, of course.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
But, well, I don't know. That's a whole rant I can do one day as far as DCU continuity goes and what bled over into the DCEU. But skipping over that, according to Kino Check, he said that he's had multiple conversations with DC, but he stated that he doesn't think Batman is being discussed. So will he play the DCU Batman? That is unclear right now. He left the door open. He said that never say never, but hey, you never know.
That's pretty crazy considering how many years he's been rumored to play this character. I mean, we also had, how do you say his name? Jensen Ackles?
Yes.
You know? Yeah, the guy from Supernatural and The Boys. He was rumored for a long time to be playing Batman too.
I gotta tell you though, the one that I would really like to see as Batman is Brendan Skeldner, the guy from The Housemaid and Drop.
That's why I don't know that name.
Oh, all you gotta do is just take the beard off of him and put him in a suit, which he wore in The Housemaid, and he's definitely Bruce Wayne.
Gotcha. Well, any other words to say in Alan Richardson for now?
Well, I mean, he's no stranger to DC. I mean, he did play Hawk in the Titans live action series, and say what you want about that show. I thought its cast and definitely the costumes in it were really handled pretty decently, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was good in Titans, but...
Oh, and speaking of Titans, remember last episode when we were talking about the Tangled live action remake and we were unclear about who was playing Rapunzel and Flynn Rider? Well, literally just an hour after that recording, I just happened to be scrolling through Instagram and I see a set photo of the Tangled set. And who do I find out is playing Rapunzel? But the actress that played Raven in Titans. So I do know who that actress is. I can't think of the name, but I've seen her.
Tegan Croft.
Thank you, Spencer. And it's a whole new look for her, literally. I mean, I had a hard time recognizing her, but not a bad casting. She can play a dramatic role, and we'll see if she can handle some comedy or, better yet, singing.
You know, I could get honest about Titans, but I'm happy for her. She's a good actress. She was trying in that show, and despite my negative opinions on it, she did her best as Raven, and I'm excited to see her positive future in the world of Hollywood.
Exactly.
So, aside from other than Alan Richardson, we also have some more news to get to, which is, surprise, surprise, RoboCop. So, I tried to get the full original trilogy in here, but, you know, ran out of room. So we got the original and the remake. I don't know what your opinion on the remake is, Ben, but for RoboCop...
It was, I mean...
I'm going to let you spill the beans on this.
Some of the stuff that it explored, I mean, thought it was okay, but you can't top an original. I mean, the original was like the first RR rated movie, so...
It was? The first RR rated?
It was like the first time people were seeing a movie and you were like, you have no idea what you're in for when you see this movie.
Okay, well, I mean, I watched it a while ago when I was younger, and I had a good time with it.
It is, yeah, RoboCop. But the first one, I thought was pretty good. As far as the sequel goes, I thought they were okay.
And then the third one.
Well, then there's also the remake, too, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, but do you want to spill the beans on this new reported reboot, or do you want me to?
Tell us, Spencer.
So according to Variety, the RoboCop reboot is moving forward as an 8-episode Prime Video live-action series. Peter Aka, Sorry, I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He is a writer and showrunner, and James Wan with Blumhouse Atomic Monsters is also producing.
So they're working with a horror director, with a horror director and company with Blumhouse. Where are they going to take this character?
I knew. Okay, James Wan he's done stuff outside of horror, but Blumhouse, yeah, that is very much a horror studio.
Universal Blumhouse gave us Megan, and it also gave us Soulmate, which if you've seen our Slack on Flicks podcast, you know what we were talking about when we were talking about Soulmate.
Don't put negative pessimistic thoughts in my head about this upcoming reboot. Now you just
I'm not. I'm just saying what we're in for effects wise.
Well, also the original
and that was a positive note.
I'm interested to see what they have in store, but we also know that apparently the original RoboCop creators, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce their names. The original creators are also attached as executive producers.
So they gave it their blessing then.
Yeah, and there's also no release date or cast announced yet, so there's that.
Early stages of development then. So.
Yes, and then next up, so Warhammer 40K, we'll cover this more on Gamers Launch in the future too. First of all, Ben, you're, I'm assuming, a fan of Henry Cavill, right?
Oh, yes.
Well, guess what? He is going to be we know he's been attached to Warhammer for a while. Warhammer, if you don't know, Warhammer 40K is a very popular video game franchise. Henry Cavill, he announced this, I'm pretty sure, several years ago now, but here he is right here. The guy on the left is Mike Flanagan. You were very familiar with Mike Flanagan.
I am very familiar with Mike Flanagan, The Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, Midnight Mass.
According to Deadline, Flanagan, he is reportedly in talks to be the series' executive producer. Also discussing his possible showrunner, writer, and director duties. Now,
okay, I'm down. Let's build out the Flaniverse.
So Mike Flanagan, I always get him confused with other directors. Is he the horror guy, or is he like what genres is?
Oh, he's big time horror. Not only did he do all those series that I just mentioned, of course, The Haunting of Hill House is phenomenal. I highly recommend checking that out. But he's doing the upcoming Carrie reboot series.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He directed Dr. Sleep, which was the sequel to the.
All right.
He directed Dr. Sleep, which was the sequel to The Shining. He's very, very accomplished, and while his overall projects could be hit or miss, there's no doubt that he definitely knows how to make a character-driven story, and he knows how to do it very well.
Well said. And so, based on knowing that Mike Flanagan and Henry...
It happened again. You know what this is? This is the freaking Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor trying to affect their airwaves.
Yeah.
Little tie-in there.
But based on knowing Mike Flanagan's attached, do you know anything about Warhammer, first of all, Ben?
Not exactly. I've heard of the name, but I don't know a lot of details.
So, what do you know, then? Or do you only know the name?
I know the name.
All right, so how do you feel knowing that Mike Flanagan's attached to it, though?
Well, knowing that Mike Flanagan's attached to it, and we got, like, Henry Cavill as a cast and everything, I think it's done very, very well. As I said, Mike Flanagan really knows how to tell a very, very character-driven story. The Haunting of Hill House, again, it's his best work, where he's able to take a simple story where basically he reverses the Amityville horror storytelling standpoint, and he's able to drag it out in such a well-fleshed-out storyline where you duly, truly feel for the characters that you are seeing on screen, and you want to see each of them play out, and you want to see them get their positive, happy ending. But yet he throws in these scares in there where, again, he's very popular with the horror genre, where they do feel legit. There's one scene where I remember where two sisters are driving in a car, and their dead sister just pops out from out of the back seat, and that might have been the one time I actually screamed out loud, like full on, like while watching something in the horror genre. It really got me.
Well, I gotta say, Warhammer, I've only played Space Marine 2. It's not exactly a horror game. It's like full-on an action gore-fest thriller game, but hey, if he can change his genre, hey, I'm all down to see what he has in store for us.
Yeah, I'd be down too.
And with that being said, up next we have, guess what?
The Mummy 4.
So,
being a Universal monster guy, of course.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Take it away.
I am. The Brendan Fraser Mummy movies could be hit or miss. A lot of true Universal monster fans weren't exactly happy with the way how those films were made. They were a lot like Indiana Jones films, or to be put it, actually, they were more like the reboot Universal monster movies with Kairos, which were made in the 40s. Yeah, the 40s and very, 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 very early 50s. But I thought they were actually okay. I thought they were enjoyable. You just got to look at them with a whole new light, not expecting a point on point A to point B type Universal monster movie. You're getting something brand new. You're getting a reboot. And it was very, very popular. And I don't know, with The Mummy 4 coming around and officially them bringing back Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, and they're casting Mike Johnstone as possibly their son, who, of course, was phenomenal in the movie Obsession. I highly recommend checking that review out and podcast that I did with Kevin Sholey, Emma Brod, and our John Kim. That was a movie that I can simply describe as an experience like no other. And Mike Johnston's action was right on point.
Yeah, I just watched Obsession recently too. You know about that too.
What did you think of it?
If I say my honest opinion, I'm gonna take a lot of. Listen, I didn't dislike it. I was not in the right mood when I watched it. I was sleep deprived. I thought, oh, a horror movie, and I knew the scenes in it. I thought I was gonna be awake for it, but
it's a movie that you got to watch more than once to appreciate all the work and filmmaking techniques that are involved with it. Because I wasn't
need to
really
watch it
a huge
again.
fan of it at first, but then I saw it a second time and I saw what everybody was talking about. I'm like, yeah, they are absolutely right. That this actually is. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but it's a very, very, very well-made movie.
Yeah. But aside from our different opinions on Obsession, is there any last thoughts you have on The Mummy 4, knowing that actor's reportedly in talks to be attached to it?
Well, he can act, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring to that type of storytelling.
Is he going to play O'Connell's son?
I heard actually that that's what it was going to be. So,
but what about the other actor?
He's apparently out of a job.
Well, that's
unfortunately.
Anyway, but our next topic, Ben, I'm pretty sure you have strong opinions on this, so here we are.
The Princess and the Frog, a live-action project reportedly in development according to Deadline. Yes, I have been very vocal about the Disney live-action remakes where I'm not necessarily on their side. You know, they're usually hit or miss, but the ones that are a hit do actually turn out pretty good. I thought the Cinderella remake was good. I thought the Jungle Book remake was good. As far as The Princess and the Frog, I mean, I know I mentioned I wasn't really ready for the Moana live-action remake because I thought it was too soon, but I'm on board for the Tangled live-action remake only because I'm a huge fan of the first movie. Princess and the Frog is older than Tangled by like 1 year, but you know, all the other Disney princesses are getting live-action treatment. We've seen Cinderella, we've seen Belle, we've seen Ariel, we're about to see Rapunzel. You know, we might as well get a live-action Tiana in there as well.
Fun fact, I think I've only seen the original fully once. So
I've
that
seen
was
it twice. So once in theaters and once when I watched all of the Walt Disney Animation Studios movies in order in 2020.
Oh, so it wasn't too recently then. So your strong opinions are slightly justified.
Yeah.
All right. So that's obviously all you have to say about Princess and the Frog live action. So after that, now on to our new streaming and theatrical releases. So before we move on to our first one, do you have anything to say about this, or should we just play the quick sneak peek?
How about we just take a look at a sneak peek and we'll see where we go from there.
Good. See you in a second.
You can't just leave me here to die.
Good point. We'll stay and watch.
Futurama is coming
Yes,
back.
sir.
That little clip itself just gets me hyped.
So I don't watch Futurama, but Ben, do you?
I don't watch it a lot either, but I know it's from the creator of The Simpsons, and it's basically the same humor, and you just got to be in the right headspace to watch that. You're either going to be roll your eyes and like, this is so stupid, or you're going to laugh out loud because this is hilarious. It almost runs into like the same thing with Always Sunny in Philadelphia as well. I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but again, you got to be in the right headspace to see that, and it's...
Do you have any spiels on what this... Season 14, wow, season 14 or is there really much story to say about this season 14?
I just got to say, be prepared for anything to happen because you never know where those storylines are going to go.
Gotcha. Yeah. Man, I might have to give it a shot too because I don't know how many people I just ticked off that I haven't watched it.
Well, probably a whole newsroom, so...
Oh.
I'm kidding. I don't know if they watch it or not.
Well, anyway, we're going to move on so this uncultured guy right here doesn't get even any more trouble. So next we have a more... What?
That was funny.
Anyway, moving on. Here's a sneak peek at a more serious role.
Your first case is an FBI agent, and you think you have a serial killer.
I do.
I heard about this, and I was actually thinking about going to watch this because this premise is very, very, it's
Yeah.
It's intriguing, but yet also disturbing. I know this follows an FBI agent who is tracking down a female serial killer who is out there killing a bunch of men, and their paths, of course, they tend to question, the whole justice system. It really plays into those types of themes, and I've seen some of the kills like in the full trailer, and
I didn't know there was a full trailer.
there is a full trailer, yes, and
So-
I'm seeing commercials for it nonstop on cable TV, and
On cable, they're showing that?
yeah.
Is it like the full-on MA or R-rated?
No.
Oh, okay.
they're
I
not
thought
getting
that's what you
graphic
meant.
on
Okay.
TV. No, not at all. But
I was gonna say, wow.
It's a masked female serial killer, and yeah, I'm very interested. Yep, there you go. See right there, the killer in disguise in plain sight. There's another one right there.
And if you've seen, you might recognize the face of the lead woman in this. Not her, but you'll see her in a second.
That's the killer.
Yeah.
The redhead.
How am I gonna say it? Right, her right there. You might know her from Shameless because that is. Well, I'm really blanking on her name. No, Emmy Rossum. That's right. Have you seen Shameless, Ben?
Yes, I have.
So am I saying
So is
why?
my mother.
Why didn't you take that over then?
Well, Shameless is I've not seen the show all the way through.
Okay.
I've seen bits and pieces, but from what I saw, it's pretty good, and she can definitely act. I'm more familiar with the actor. I can't even think of his name either, but I've seen that lead role, that lead man and stuff too, and he's a pretty decent actor too.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you want to see her again, I don't know if she's done anything since Shameless, but yeah, that's available.
She's doing this.
I said, wait, when did she leave Shameless recently, or was that a while ago?
Shameless was a while back.
Gotcha. Well, yep, that's available as of, God, we didn't even see the dates for these yet. Futurama is available as of Monday, August 3rd.
So they're already out.
Yep, and then
They're both already out. Let's go.
As of Monday on Hulu if you want that. Next,
How many episodes is this show?
I am not 100%, and wow, that's on me. Okay.
Well, I'd like to come back and give a little bit of review on this show because it looks very interesting. I actually,
Hey.
there you go. Slack on Flicks on Take 16.
I am causing you to expand into to the streaming series.
Well,
for-
not to go into a whole disturbing topic, but I actually just wrapped up the Idaho student murders documentary on Netflix, and that was very, very well made. Very emotional, but very well done.
That was a massive pivot.
Nope, never mind. I'm not saying that next sentence, but
Okay, we're talking off camera after that.
Yes.
Anyway, on to next, we have a docuseries. Here's a quick sneak peek.
love docuseries.
1 second. There we go. All right.
Joel. He was tall, handsome, magnetic. I knew I met the man I'm gonna marry. My mom said, Jesus Christ, Caroline, it better not be a cop.
Betrayal. Dirty secrets.
I've heard of this show. I don't know all the details, but I do know that it happens to follow like a dirty cop, and I'm interested. I like those type of crime.
Yeah, this is like right up your alley, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Me and Alyssa Heilman's.
Oh yeah, I've heard you two talk about this true crime docs so
Myself
much.
and our former meteorologist Alyssa were big true crime nerds, and we would literally have conversations in the makeup room for like an hour about different
Oh
topics.
yeah, I
and
walked in
different
on
killers.
those.
I don't know. Spencer probably thought it was kind of disturbing in a way.
Well, some of those out of context conversations were
Well, you
different.
weren't there for the start of the conversation too. Jack Van Meter couldn't even last 5 minutes.
I was
and
about
that
to
made it, that made it hilarious.
I was about to say a title of something, but I probably shouldn't say that on air. But
Good. But no, I'm really interested in the series. I always like true crime documentaries like that. There's been a few that I've watched, I believe, by the same filmmaker. So I think we're in store for a pretty rough and probably wild ride.
and the 3-episode premiere is on Hulu as of Tuesday, August 4th.
Sounds good to me.
So after that, we
Got
have
a lot of content to watch.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and even more content on FX on Hulu.
Let's see what's coming
Here's a peek
there.
on this next very, I guess, dark 80s thriller.
It was supposed to be the best year of our lives. Then people started dying.
1980s Los Angeles. We're going to follow a group of prep school seniors as they tend to discuss a lot of things what people discussed during that time as far as gender, jealousy, obsession, identity. And one by one, they are going to probably get picked off.
Yep, as you said, people started dying. So
And it's Ryan Murphy as the executive producer. He, of course, gave us the anthology series, the Monster Serial Killer series. Of course, season 1 was Dahmer. Season 2 was the Menendez Brothers. Season 3 was Ed Gein. And season 4, we just got the poster and a couple of images released for it this week. Lizzie Borden. And I cannot wait for that.
I'm not as familiar with that one, but this.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her mother 41. You never heard of that nursery rhyme? I probably said it too fast for you to understand.
Oh, well, thanks. Okay, but
No. To know Ryan Murphy's series, you need to be a history buff and just note that he has done some fantastic work on tackling true crime. He throws a little bit of fiction in there, but of course, that's Hollywood for you.
my cinema history is not as good as I'd like it to be, but so Ben, does this show also have your interest, I assume?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be tackling themes of old 80s slasher series. I don't know if the killer's going to be holding a knife or anything, but it's definitely going to follow that format. We are likely going to end up with one final victim left, whether that's male or female. Could we get a final man? I don't know. You never know.
It looks like a very much 80s done, obviously it's 80s, but done with modern technology for like a lot of colors in that, it looks like.
I've noticed that. It almost looks like a Bond intro in type of way. James Bond.
Like the cinematography is like a mix of Bond and Euphoria, I kind of feel like.
A little bit, actually, yeah.
But unless there's anything else you have for that, Ben, next we have a more well-known franchise.
Well, I think we got to mention that The Shards is going to be premiering on FX as of yesterday, August 5th.
Yeah, my bad for forgetting that. Thank you, Ben, for remembering that.
That's why you got a co-host.
But wow, a lot of FX and Hulu content. How about that? Well,
they're riding high.
Next, here's something you might be familiar
violent,
with.
It seems.
Oh yeah, here's something. Well, it's probably still as violent, but here's a more PG-rated show for you.
How many people have you killed for the sake of justice?
Okay, you can't go wrong with the Star War.
Star War?
Yeah. There's a funny movie that I watched with Seth Rogen and Craig Robinson, and there's a scene where Craig Robinson calls Star Wars the Star War. It's just
well, that's the first I've heard about that one.
It's a funny line. So every time something comes up with Star Wars, I say Star War at some point.
So, what's the scoop on Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi? All episodes are available.
It looks like anime meets Star Wars. Quite literally.
Probably, yeah. So,
that was really generic to say. I don't know.
I was hoping you'd read the premise and then you could try to do some.
Jedi training Lee Chiara and Margot Kuno lead a small fellowship on a mission to rescue Kara's captured father and stop a mysterious Sith threat. This almost sounds like Rogue One in a way.
Actually, hey, yeah. I don't know when in the timeline this show's supposed to take place. Full disclosure on that.
Well, as far as the Sith go, it almost looks like... Can we play a VO of that so I can analyze the footage?
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Well, it looks like we got some... No, that's some just electric... I'd like to see a lightsaber ignite, if we could, because then I'll probably be able to tell.
All right, give me a second here.
Of course. As far as Star Wars and anime go, that's a combination I never thought I would ever see in person. And I'm not the biggest anime fan, but I do like Star Wars. And I'm very interested to see where it's going to go. The effects and animation do look incredibly well. I can tell that this is hand-drawn and computer graphics. So this looks like this is taking place around possibly not long after the defeat of the Galactic Empire. So I would say around the time after Return of the Jedi.
After, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so, man, we're getting a lot of stuff between Return of the Jedi and the sequels, aren't we?
Exactly. Well, they got to cover up what the sequels were doing. Yeah, well,
no. Oh, man, that was almost
I'm not gonna
whole tangent right there.
It was, yeah. Spencer knows that I can talk very badly about the sequel trilogy.
A lot of people can, but we're not going to...
Let's go to something lighthearted and check out a comedy that is coming out this week.
And I had to be very careful with the Nats, and as soon as you see the title, you're going to know why.
I give to you... our first electric patrol car.
The Broken Lizards are going to be investigating a drug type story. And you know what? I'm here for it. We haven't gotten a Super Troopers film since 2018, so bring it on.
Well, how long have you had that ready for?
Ever since I looked down and I saw the notes. I'm kidding. No, I've been looking forward to it. I think the first two were okay, so I'm interested to see where they're going to take this third entry. Super Troopers, once again, is a series where it's comedy. It could be hit or miss, but overall, they nail down each character entity, and you know who's who. You know what you're going to get from every person, so, you know.
I watched the trailer. The jokes are so bold, especially for today's society.
It's like Seth MacFarlane comedy.
I am all on board for it.
I
love it.
And I am not surprised at that.
Are you not? Come on.
I mean, no, I'm down for it. I'm down. I literally just said that one of my favorite shows that I'm watching is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they get away with a lot of stuff on there.
I mean, how easy it is to get canceled today. Like, this movie just screams, getting canceled by cancel culture.
Oh, well, you heard it there, filmmakers.
Yeah, and well, obviously, if you still have the trailer, I had to cut over half of the trailer out because
Don't they have a Green Band trailer?
probably, but I couldn't find it. I was probably shown in the theater, which I never saw that trailer in any of the theater at all. But I don't know, but
how about we check out a romantic comedy that is going to be coming out this weekend? Because this one has actually caught my attention ever since I saw it in the theaters when I went and saw... What movie was I seeing when I first saw Disclosure Day?
Okay, well, here you go.
Your ears look like car doors.
Well, your nose is way too small for your face.
Your chin could plow a field.
Your legs don't make any sense.
Your hairline doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I am not going to lie. This movie seems targeted for a more female audience that are looking for this type of story, but it has my attention, and I will confess I am actually looking forward to it because it follows two lonely strangers who collide in a fictionalized version of New York City during one night where apparently single people are allowed to make physical contact with each other, I'll say.
That was like straight up Big Bang type TV PG rating right there that you did. The Big Bang Theory. If you've seen that show, you know. Sorry, what?
I'm sorry. That's just... I couldn't keep a straight face for that. When you had to compare it to that title...
I mean, your
right
dialogue was
exactly the premise.
Your dialogue
tried to make it sound clean.
Your dialogue was exactly how the characters talked in that.
I was reading the official premise and I was trying to ad-lib. Either way, this has my attention. Movie, it looks like a simple romantic comedy, and I think it's going to be a very cute story, very predictable. I think people are going to have a lot of problems with that, but overall, if people are just looking for a nice night out, maybe a possible date night, or for some single people to maybe have some hope in this world that they can find some companionship, then I am all for this type of movie then.
I probably won't see it in the theater, but I'll probably definitely watch it when it comes out. This is like
their opening night. You're going after work today, I bet.
I do want to sleep tonight because I got to be back in I got to be back soon.
So do I.
I actually sleep.
I got a noon show to produce, so I got to be back by like 7:30 in the morning.
I got to be back 90 minutes before that.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Anyway, so this, by the way, both those last two movies we mentioned are both in theaters as of Friday, August 7th. So if you want to have a fun time, there's two options for you. But next, let's see. So, I'm just going to go ahead and actually, I don't think I made an announcement for this because I'm pretty sure this is in Spanish.
Are we talking about Death Incorporated?
Yes.
The final season of this Spanish funeral home comedy.
What? You wanted to laugh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about it. I've been reading off all these premises.
Yeah, the final season of the final. Can I speak?
Yeah.
The final season of the Spanish funeral home comedy turns a battle for the director's chair as Camus' temporary power play frustrates salesmen. I apologize. I cannot pronounce these names. But it's the fourth and final season. It's on Netflix as of Friday and August 7th. Death Inc. in Spanish. So obviously you got the subtitles right there. I'm not as familiar with this, but I'm not even going to lie.
I don't even know what this show is,
okay.
But I'm very interested. The title alone, I thought this was going to be like a horror show or something when you said Death Inc. So
that's what you would kind of feel like, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it kind of sounds kind of similar to 6 Feet Under. Have you ever seen that show?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it yet.
6 Feet Under, about the family that ran a funeral home and just chaos always ensued in there.
Oh.
It was more of a dramedy where it was mainly a drama, but there were hints of comedy in there. Not
gotcha. Bad. So not a lot to say about
that. One of those early 2000 staples that it was compared to, like, say, Gilmore Girls, Dawson's Creek, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It all ran into that cohesive night narrative.
Gotcha. Wait, Death Inc. Season 4 is available as of Friday, August 7th, and this should be up by then. So, yep, if you want something to watch, go check that out.
Let's go down the alley now and see what these cats are up to.
Man, you just had you always think of some way to...
I'm not trying to one-up you or anything. I just want to see what this was like when it moved.
You always try to find like a creative way to do an intro line into the next topic, which can be appreciated.
Well, needless to say, I'm not Amanda Perkowski. Amanda can do that amazingly on the news show. The stuff that she comes up with makes me and Aaliyah Joe crack up.
Well, The Alley Cats, the season premiere on Netflix, also the same day on Friday. It's a adult series sitcom about the misadventures of some personal chaos at the center of all these characters. Ricky Gervais, did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
He is the creator of The Office.
Well, that explains. I couldn't get any I couldn't get any clips for this because if you watch the trailer, you know how very R-rated the dialogue
Just
is.
to see some animated cats shout out some curse bombs, I think is funny enough.
Well, have you seen the trailer to it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know.
It's definitely something that is unexpected, and definitely when you see that type of animation, can we bring up the VO really quick on my side?
Sure.
When you look at this animation, well, maybe now that we say it out loud, can you picture these cats shouting out a bunch of curse bombs and stuff like that? Spencer, let me ask you, do you?
Off the bat, no, but once I saw the title and I saw the people in it, I had a feeling.
Well, I think we're on the ride for some either laugh out loud comedy or roll your eyes type of crap. So we'll be able to see what goes on from here.
Yep. And then also on Netflix I'm just gonna go right into it.
Cool.
Our Sticky Love.
I've never heard of this one.
Yeah, it's
Is this whoa, what is happening? I saw her fingers like wrapped up and she was like kind of freaking out. Did she get some new hands or something?
I'm pretty sure this might be
swap with somebody? What's going on here?
My bad for not doing my proper research. I think this is like a K-drama romance, something like that.
Rich
there's a lot of romance.
I can't pronounce that name. Joins a violent crimes unit and uses his what?
Are you reading the right thing?
I don't think I am.
After prosecutor Go Yun-se loses her memory, boxing coach Jing Tae-ha, I'm so sorry, learns to be her boyfriend, drawing them into an uneasy rural cohabitation in a growing romance within an underworld mystery. That sounds, I guess, catchy.
Seems like it's kind of all over the place. I don't know. That really, I mean, I'm interested, but I gotta say that opening shot in the trailer, that really threw me for a loop. I thought this was gonna be type of
horror.
No, not horror. Maybe just mystery or something.
There's some decent shots. The sunset shot, that shot.
Oh, it looks beautiful, 100%. And I totally just saw a How I Met Your Mother ripoff shot right there.
Okay, wow.
100%. That was How I Met Your Mother.
Well, this is also available on Netflix streaming as of August 7th on Friday. And then next we have
that right there. Look at that shot.
Oh,
that
well,
looked
okay.
like it was that looked creepy. I don't know.
Anyway, we got Flex X Cop is the title.
That's what I was looking at when I was reading that original premise.
Ben, did you not see the italicized full bold?
I flipped the pages, so I'm trying to stay ahead of the schedule, buddy.
Flex X Cop, all of season 1 is streaming on Disney Plus, and season 2 is premiering on Disney Plus and Hulu as well.
This looks more like an underworld drama that I was originally reading.
Yes, rich, third generation, Shobo, Jin. It's all right. I should have heard the pronunciations, but I am bad at name pronunciations. This guy joins a violent crimes unit and uses his wealth and connections to pursue criminals beyond the police force's normal reach. Does that not sound kind of like Vigilante-y, Jack Reacher-y?
What am I looking at? I just saw a suitcase open up with a bunch of body parts and seeing a lot of blood.
Well, clearly I forgot to censor some of the things from this edit, so
well, I'm just looking at this footage for the very first time. It's kind of
like
when
really?
you saw the Lanterns footage. What? Whoa. Okay, we
man,
got ourselves. Whoa.
Oh man, Ben is just like.
Well, that guy was dead. Ooh.
So apparently I didn't do a good job in looking what I should and should not put in the VO for this.
Well,
so.
You know what? That's why they have learning experiences.
Yeah, and all I gotta do is put a big blur bar. So if you're seeing a blur bar right now in front of the VO, that's because I did
kind of like all that blood that I just witnessed going into that drain. Whoa.
I'm just gonna put a big blur bar over this whole thing right now.
Fair, that looked more like jelly, but it was definitely supposed to be blood.
That is what they use half the time.
I thought they used corn syrup.
They might use corn syrup a lot of the time. But Ben, before we move on, as I find our next little clip, do you have anything further to say on this?
Well, it definitely caught me off guard, and definitely by a visual standpoint, it caught my attention. So, I think for a bloody good time.
Probably. And next,
I'm not British, by the way. I don't know why I said that.
You always do. You just come up with the most random accent sometimes.
I guess I do sometimes.
Yeah. Well, here's a sneak peek at our next topic.
John Chuck. I'm a private investigator. And your brother's missing.
He's on the run from some dangerous people.
Hard enough finding someone who doesn't want to be found. Even harder when it's a race.
Okay, so we got a detective and a boxer on a mission. That has potential all over it, because, it definitely has some action-packed punches in there that we will likely see. Colin Farrell is leading it. Bring it on. I'm ready.
Can we talk about the cast, aside from Colin Farrell, too?
Sure.
I saw Sasha Kaye there. And then the guy from Better Call Saul, I don't remember his name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the star?
Huh?
Are you talking about the star of Better Call Saul?
No, the guy who played one of the cartel members.
Okay, for half a second I thought you were talking about Bob Odenkirk. I'm like, no, that wasn't him.
No, he played, what was his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, this cast is pretty stacked in my opinion. Right there, like we all know him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Sugar season 2, it's the finale. So what's the story in this? A Los Angeles private investigator named John Sugars searches for an up-and-coming boxer's missing older brother, and it widens when a sinister citywide conspiracy. I read that completely wrong.
It's following a private investigator, John Sugar, in his second season as he's teaming up with a boxer to try and find the said boxer's missing sister. Simple premise.
Yeah, but I mean, I like seeing Sasha Kaye again because, she they did her wrong for Supergirl. Even though, like, I know they wanted more comic accurate, but I'm glad to see her getting more work again, especially in the streaming platform. She was in the Rip and Netflix, like, probably not too long ago. Now she's in this of Colin Farrell and the guy from Better Call Saul.
He was also in the Hawkeye and Daredevil Born Again series.
Oh, yeah, he was. That's right. You're right.
The swordsman.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Ben, does this have your interest at all?
Oh, 100%. The cast alone, I think, looks great. I always liked Colin Farrell, so bring it on.
Yes, absolutely. So, that is, again, as I said, on Apple TV.
All right.
So, Ben, any last words? While I'm trying to find this last one. My apologies for that.
Let's bring on the final topic.
Gonna need to give me a minute here.
We'll do it in a second as Spencer looks for the footage. As you could tell, podcasting is it's a work in progress. We don't have people behind the scenes working with us, stuff like that. It's all on our own. It's very hard work, and when you see it said final product, it ends up being very, very, very well.
Yes, there we go. My apologies for that. This is my first time operating this. So now Ben, I hope you're an anime fan.
Yeah.
And you really saved them. And I don't just mean the children, but the people in the country too.
Watch me. It's what I'm meant to do with this power. The princess.
I know who is going to like this more than anybody. My friend Maggie. She absolutely loves fantasy anime like that, and she is going to be all over that. I totally expect to see her Letterboxd review literally the day after or the day of this comes out, which is set to be, I closed my pamphlet, Sunday, August 8th.
Yes, on Netflix.
Correct.
Feature film premiere. That's on Saturday. Wow, Saturday. That's a very uncommon release date, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So this is, I really should put the pronunciations of all these names, but it's inspired by the Princess Knight, and it's it follows the exiled princess Sapphire. She takes up a sword to protect a new kingdom from the destructive force that ruined her homeland.
Okay, well, bring it on.
Yes. So obviously it's based on the manga. I believe is manga a novel? I don't remember, but it's based on a book, and it's
I believe it's a graphic novel.
The foundational work in the magical girl genre. I didn't know that was a genre.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, it's directly a standalone adaptation. So Ben, did you say this does or does not have your interest in it?
I think it does have my interest. It looks gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Look at that. You could tell some of that is sketch animation too. So.
I mean, the music alone got my attention for it.
That's it. You got obliterated. But yeah, bring it on. I think it's safe to say, Spencer, that as far as the entertainment world goes, we have a lot of stuff to look forward to, and whether it's hit or miss or not, it still gives us time to just enjoy the stuff that we love, and that is just pop culture content.
Absolutely, and I didn't realize how long we've been going for. So with that said, shall we take a look at a quick sneak peek at what we have coming up next week?
Let's see it.
Let's do this. Oh, sorry, 1 second. All right, here
that
we
was
go.
next week.
Yeah.
They weren't the only ones who wanted it. 2 people tried to kill me over it.
What happened to those people?
They got away?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's see what he actually is.
My replacement.
We got 2 things that I am looking forward to there right away. Of course, we got Lanterns, which is the next entry in the DCU franchise. We are following Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart as they investigate somewhat of a extraterrestrial, which ends up being the Manhunters event happening in a small southern town in the U.S. Of course, Hal Jordan passing the torch to Jon Stewart to become the official Green Lantern. I cannot wait for that. And then we also have the end of Oak Street, which is probably looking to be another huge event for Anne Hathaway's calendar, because she has had a big year. I mean, Mother Mary, Devil Wears Prada 2, The Odyssey, and add this to it. And then, of course, you got Serenity happening later in the year. This is the year of Anne Hathaway, so bring it on. And it looks like they're going to make dinosaurs cool for the first time since Jurassic Park.
You mean as in, like, actually a horror-type creature? Because Jurassic Park made them fun. This looks like it's full-on, if you will, action horror.
And we also got Ewan McGregor in the movie too, and you can never go wrong with the prequel Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
that he will always get Obi-Wan reference to him.
Do you think he'll say hello there? No, he won't. Imagine if Anne Hathaway says that to him in the film.
That would be hilarious.
That would be the moment that is remembered for all eternity.
But anyway, we could talk about so much more, but we have gone so long on this. As we know, Doomsday is coming sooner than we think. So you'll see how long we have after this outro. But for now, Ben?
It's a pleasure to be on again.
Yep, Benjamin Stack and Spencer Beehler. We'll see you next time.
We both have films opening on December 18th, and we've decided to coin it.
You go for it.
We're thinking Doomsday.
I'm not afraid to die.